Hiya, so in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a purse like this. It's made from sweet wrappers and duct tape. So as you can see, it's just a little coin purse and it can fit on your key rings or your bag or whatever. Just a neat little purse to have. So first of all, you're going to need some candy wrappers and you're going to need a zip. You're also going to need a ruler and a hobby knife. You'll need duct tape and clear tape. You're also going to need a stapler and staples, and optional is the keyring with keychain split ring hoop thingy. Okay, so to start off, you're going to make a duct tape sheet, like a fabric sheet. Now this is going to be, the one I'm making is 13 centimeters by 7 centimeters. Obviously you can make it however big you want depending on the size of the purse you want. So you just have to make that sheet, and you're going to have to do 2 of these. I'm just going to show you how to do one, but everything I do from this point on you're going to have to double to do twice. And you want them so they're nice and square. So I tend to get a bit more duct tape than I actually need, then obviously use the ruler to trim it down. And so these can make really good gifts as well, because you can customise them, use people's favourite wrappers and things. So once you've just trimmed that up, get rid of the excess duct tape, and now you want the wrappers. You can stick the wrappers directly onto the duct tape as they are, but I like the kind of confetti look, so I'm going to actually cut my wrappers up into smaller squares. And I'm just going to do this really roughly. I'm not going to like measure out specific squares because I like that kind of random look. Obviously it all depends what you like, depending on how you cut the wrappers, if you want to cut them at all, that is. So you're going to want enough to actually cover the duct tape twice. Okay, so once you've got a few, you peel off the duct tape off the board and you put it so the sticky side facing up. Sorry for the blurry camera. And now you just place in the bits of wrapper onto the sticky part of the duct tape. Now you can overlap these slightly, and it doesn't matter if they go over the edge because you can just trim that off later. You just don't want any of the sticky parts showing. So you just carry on doing this for the whole sheet of duct tape. Again, you do any pattern you like. Okay, so once you've done that, we're going to just go over the top with clear tape. Now the tape I'm using is rubbish. It's just a cheap one. It's not too bad, but the one I actually recommend is the Duct HD clear tape. That's heavy duty, not high definition. So yeah, so basically use any tape you want, but that's the one I do recommend, or any of the Scotch tapes. Okay, so once you've done that, just peel off the back and just follow where the duct tape is and just trim off anything that's over the edge. Okay, so once you've done that, it will look like this. Like I say, you're going to need 2 of these, so you need to do that all over again. Yeah, so you got the 2, and you're also going to need a little strip if you're going to use it for a keychain holder as well. So just a little thin strip, enough to actually fit around your hoop. So now we're going to start attaching this to the zip. So you're going to take the zip, it's facing upwards, so that's the side you're going to see, and you're going to face one of the sides of the purse. You're going to face that downwards, so the duct tape's facing up, as you can see, and we're just going to staple along this side. So you're laying it on top of the zip, hold it nice and firmly, and just staple straight across that edge. You don't want to get too close to the actual zip in the middle though, because you won't be able to open it later on. Don't be skimpy on the zips as well. Just go straight across. You need quite a few actual staples for this. So I said don't be skimpy on the zips, I meant don't be skimpy on the staples. Okay, so this is what it would look like afterwards. Now we're just going to bend this part over so the zip is laying flat again. Like that. Make sure you crease it over quite well. Make sure there's a nice crease on that fold. And we're going to use duct tape to keep it down flat like this. So what you need is another strip of duct tape, obviously the same width. And you just place it on the zip first. It's best if you like get it down like first go, because the more you take it off and put it back on, the less sticky it'll be. And then you just push it down and place it onto the other duct tape part. Now you don't want the duct tape too close to the zip, you want to make sure you can still open it, so you've got to leave a little gap. And you can do now the exact same thing with the other side. So this, like I say, have the zip facing up again, and then the side of the purse facing down, and again staple along that side, and obviously stick it down, fold it over and stick it down with duct tape like you just done. And this is what it will end up looking like. So then you fold it over so the duct tape is on the outside. Sorry, hopefully you can understand this. I know I'm not very good at explaining things. We're just going to staple along this bottom. Just staple the whole way across. Okay, so now this is going to be a bit fiddly, but you need to open the zip. If you don't open it, then you won't be able to turn it inside out later on. So you need to open it pretty much almost the whole way, but leave like a centimetre or two closed. Now we're just going to fold the whole thing in half, like this. And you want the bottom bit where all the staples are, you want that line to be in line with the actual zip, the centre of the zip. You're going to have to hold the opened end of the zip closed for this. I know it's fiddly, but you'll get there. So make sure it's all lined up and press it down so there's a nice crease so you can see where you're holding it. Now we're just going to staple along this open side. Start off with the side with the open end of the zip. Now here, don't be stingy with the staples. You ain't got it right this time. Where the zip is, you want to go over it a couple of times with the staples to make sure it's really going to stay in place. Obviously you don't want to go over the top and have like 10 in one little area, because they probably won't hold. It'll get too thick and they won't staple down properly and have that grip. And sorry for the wonky camera there. Okay, so once you've done that side, we're going to do the other side. But if you're going to add the keyring holder or keychain holder, then you've got to add that now. So you get the little strip that you made, and you just place that through the split ring and fold it over like that. And you face it the opposite direction and basically just slide it in to the purse so it's on the inside. Have just a little bit sticking out so you know obviously it's there. And now we're just going to staple across this side. Okay, so once you've done that, just add another bit of duct tape to cover the staples that are on the bottom. You don't want the staples showing. Okay, so now it's flat, you can actually just turn it inside out and have a flat purse, or I'm going to show you how to make it like a big puffy square one. So basically what you have to do is just pinch the corners like this. So you're going to want to flatten it out. So you pinch the corners so it makes like a little triangle shape. So just stick your finger in there and then squeeze, and it should form a triangle like this. As you can see, it's already puffing out. And what you're going to do now is just going to measure how puffy you want the bag. So I'm going to basically staple across these corners where the thickness of the triangle is 1 centimetre. It's an idea to actually measure that so all the corners are the same thickness. So then your purse is rectangular shaped rather than oddly shaped. So you just do that for every corner, and now it will look like this. And you're going to turn it inside out now, and you're basically done. So just carefully turn it inside out. You're going to have to put a bit of force in it, but don't rush it. Just take your time with this. It should hold together nicely, but if you rush it, then you'll probably break something. So what you have to do is just go around the purse, gradually pushing it out, and then just go around the same bit and keep pushing a bit more out. Move on to the next bit, push a bit more out, and just until you've got it all nice and flat on the outside. Like I say, this may take a while, but make sure the corners are out so they're nice and square. And you might have to do a bit more reshaping afterwards. Blurry camera again. And then a final touch, you can add just a couple of little squares of duct tape in the middle there to cover up those corners. And if you've done, that's the purse. Sorry if I confused you in this one. I haven't done a tutorial for a while.